Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to Quest for Glory 2, Trial by Fire. Excuse me. So, when we left off, we were about to face the Earth Elemental. And yes, that is what is in front of us. So, we've learnt a bit about the Earth Elemental. Before we start, let me just do a bit of a recap here. We know that the essence of the Earth Elemental is to withstand, if I'm not much mistaken, to be strong. But we've also learned that it's vulnerable to its opposite element, fire. Let me just try to check quickly on here, see that I am... Yeah, okay, audio looks fine. And yes, now if we're currently playing as a wizard, as a magic user. If we were playing as a warrior, we would have access to Rakisha's flaming sword, Soulforge, and we would fight the Earth Elemental as a standard encounter. If we were playing as the thief, we would have acquired, I think from Harik, the apothecary, I think we would have acquired explosive powders, which we could have used against the Elemental. As the wizard, well, you'll see presently. But first, you know what? I think let's just leave. Let's just run away. I'm sure this business will all resolve itself if we just go to the Katta's Tail Inn and sleep for a couple of days. I'm sure absolutely nothing bad will happen if we do this. And there's certainly nothing that I want to show you before we get around to actually defeating this elemental. As I hope we will. I don't know quite how this is going to go. I also don't remember quite whether the encounter with the elemental plays out as a combat encounter, especially in this version of the game, for the thief and the wizard, that is. It does for the warrior, if I recall correctly. We'll see on the wizard's side. Oh, here we go. Ah, look at that, big lad. Oh dear, he's smashing the city. Smashing lad, that. It's actually not a bad animation, all things considered. Yep, and that's what happens if we let the Earth Elemental just run amok. Environmental crisis. The city is destroyed. Great job, hero. Alright, I suppose we should probably do something about this. How about some flame bolts? Haha. Aha! Oh, that's nasty. So yes, it does become a combat encounter. Oh. I seem to be a little stuck here. Ooh. I can't actually do anything. This is a bit of a problem. Yeah, I think we've lost this one. Alright. Yes, Rocky. I called him Rocky because I seem to recall in the original game that's what he was called, Rocky. You know, as in Balboa. Can I flash him, I wonder? The answer would appear to be no. Ah, okay. We got him down to half health and he's run off. Which is good because I didn't have the space in which to do another casting there, I don't think. Right. He's not done yet though. We'd better see if we can locate him. I don't know whether this works in this version of the game. It's pointing us that way. Junub Tariq. Let's see. Oops. Just want to see whether that's pointing us to Wit or... Yeah, that's pointing us to Wit. I seem to think that in the original game you could use that to find the earth elemental as well. But I wouldn't like to swear to that. I don't know quite where he appears. I don't know whether you just have to keep wondering, but that's what I'm going to do for now. Oh, there he is. I don't have the room to cast, apparently. Actually backed off, and there we go, we did it! We made the earth elemental hit the dirt, and sorry if that was awfully loud, that clap that I just did. That was me clapping my hands in enthusiasm over my success. But we defeated the earth elemental. And he's left behind. Your assault left Rocky in very tiny pieces. Good thing you won, or your remains may have been spread across the place in a similar fashion. And we try to pick it up. The elemental earth keeps slipping through your hands. Well, a good thing we got a bag specifically for this. You scoop the elemental earth into the bag. Right. Good. So we now have. Actually, what does the description of this look like? Oh, it just says that you've placed the essence of the earth elemental inside a cloth bag, and it weighs 180 quarks. Quarks being a unit of mass in this setting. So, let's see. Well, let's go talk to people. We are most fortunate you have come to Shapier, hero of the north. Okay, let's go talk to some of the magic users, see what they have to say about what I did with the earth elemental. Thank you. I wish I could have seen it though. The fire must have been lovely. Yes, Harik, he likes his fire, this guy does. And in all fairness, fire is quite pretty. Yeah, come on, this way, there we go. Oops. Ahoy, goy, howdy doody, what's up, Doc? Let's see what happens when we tell you about the earth elemental. You tell about how you made the earth elemental bite the dust. Don't let your ego go sour and cocky after... Let me try that again. Don't let your ego go sour and cocky after going the distance and beating old Rocky. Yes, good old keep on. Right. Don't know whether it's... No, it's not yet time for that. How about the guild hall? Okay. You relate the tale of how you made the earth elemental bite the dust. It is a shame I could not be around to see you defeat it. It would have been a sight to behold. Congratulations on your victory. Okay, thank you, Rakesh. Rakesh is one of my favorite characters. And Aziza the Enchantress we want to talk to. Welcome, Thorm. Come in, sit down, and we shall speak. Welcome. It is good to have a visitor who understands the proper way to enter conversation. Thank you, Aziza. So, I have another reason for visiting Aziza aside from just telling her about the elemental. We'll get to that in a moment. Shall we share tea? First, let's share tea. I will have a drop of my hot chocolate while I do that. But first, the tea is cool and refreshing. You find yourself relaxing as you drink and listen to the sound of flowing water. And honestly, I relaxed a little just reading that. Now that we have shared tea, what is it for which you have come? Let me tell you about this earth elemental. You relate the tale of how you made the earth elemental bite the dust. Keep the magical earth you collected with you, for it will probably come in handy later. Indeed. Magical earth? Okay. Now, if I'm not much mistaken, in a previous session, we went far to the east, I think? East or west? I'm not sure which way around we actually are. Of the desert near Shapier. At the foot of the cliffs of Shapier, near Shapier. And right at the end, we found a tree with no leaves, standing alone in this corner of the desert, amongst the between the rock, at a corner of the rocks at any rate, and a tree curiously shaped like a woman. Now, we have asked Aziza about this, and yeah, I thought so. But at the time she told us that we didn't have what was required in order to fully help the person in question. I think when we ask about this, we're going to get the character's story again. So fair warning that it is a slightly heavy story. It never gets explicit about what happens, but it certainly implies assault, let's just say. As well as other potentially distinctly unpleasant matters. At any rate, let's ask. That is indeed a sad tale. Let me show you of that which we speak. I will tell you of a time long ago when women wore veils and were but wives and chattel to men. There was a woman, a beautiful woman, a loving woman, who wished with her very soul to become a healer and thus aid others. Just the facts, ma'am. Her father tried to dissuade her, saying that this was no task for a woman of her gentleness and sensitivity. She would go about her duties quietly, but each evening she would tell him again that she wished to become a healer. At last her father gave in, and she was trained in the art of healing, despite the jeers and condescension of the male students and teachers. She became a healer and removed her veil forever. Right. She soon discovered that life was not easy for a woman healer. Many men distrusted her skills and refused to call upon her. Some men called upon her only to try to take advantage of her beauty. One day, a man came to her and told her the tale of his brother dying in the desert. She did not quite trust his manner of looking at her, but she could not refuse aid to one who might need it. She followed him out of the city and into the desert. She was led into an encampment of ragged tents. She soon learned to her sorrow that the tale of the brother was but a lie. These were brigands, and what they did with her I shall not say. She tried to escape them the next day, and ran to the mountains to hide. They were swift to follow. They had nearly recaptured her when she called aloud for help. A djinn heard her cry and transformed her into a tree. And that's the tree that we saw. You could be the one to give her back her soul and free her heart from wood. You will try this, hero, will you not? Right. There are 3 things you must give her to save her soul. The gift of kindness, a gift of magic, and a gift of love. Sorry, that's a gift of kindness. The gift of kindness is simple. It is only what you would give to someone who has been in the desert far too long. You must tell her about yourself, remind her what it is to be human. You must then tell her about yourself, remind her what it is to be human. Your words are as important as the gift, for they give meaning to the act. The gift of magic is the gift of sacrifice. The gift must be something you gained through hardship and from aiding others. It must also be something from which a plant can gain strength. Nudge, nudge, hint, hint. Tell her then how you got the gift and why. You will be reminding her of why she became a healer. The last gift again is simple, a mere gesture of affection. Remind her that there are still people in the world who care about others. Finally, there is something you need to say to her, to remind her of who she is. Her name is Julinar, flower of the pomegranate. When you have done this, your part in her tale will be complete. Julinar will not be able to walk this land as a human woman until another frees her with the power of true love, but you can at least free her spirit by giving her these gifts. Right. What's a pomegranate? You will find her within a day's ride to the east, at the base of the mountains. May you heal the healer, Thorm. Whew, I don't know whether that came through in my voice, but that story gets to me. It affects me quite strongly. This is one of my favourite, possibly my favourite, side stories within this entire series, which is saying something. It's one of my favourite parts of playing this game, is getting to play through Julinar's story again. Thank you, Aziza. You are most welcome. And let's say goodbye. It has been a pleasure conversing with you. Perhaps we shall share tea again sometime. The difference between this time and the last time that we spoke with Aziza is that this time we have the earth elementals, earth. Something that we won through hardship, something that we won in aiding others, and something from which a plant can gain nourishment. The magical earth of the earth elemental. Right, well, with that said, let's head out into the desert. Find Julinar. And this has happened too. The dervish, passing a message through the local Bedouin, has sent for you. The dervish says, man who looks for trouble comes to right place. He also says, good comes from evil when dark is enlightened. Okay, well, it is my honor, Effendi. Thank you. Right. So that's the other little side quest that's come up. I was wondering when that was going to happen. The dervish has called for us. This is another neat side quest. It's not, I wouldn't call it one of my favorites, but it is a neat side quest. It's most important to a paladin route, but I think it's worth doing anyway, personally. Excuse me. So I think let's go to the dervish first. We'll come to Julinar in a little bit. Now, I'm trying to remember. I think it's here. And then, no, this way. Tum-ty-tum-ty-tum. We should get there presently. If we're not there... here we go. A man who talk without thinking, have foot-in-mouth disease. To the west of Shapier and north of here stands a puzzle. 5 W's. To the west of Shapier and north of here. We're east. Okay. Hold on, I'd better write this down. Hold on. What am I going to write on? Right, here we go. If this pen will write, that would be nice. West of Shapier and north of Asus. 5 W's. Oh, close enough. Let's get off. Hero business like eating peanuts. Just refresh ourselves a bit. You take a deep drink of the warm but refreshing water. You then check and refill all your water skins, which is important. The reflection of the Saurus proves that it is not a vampire. Once you start, it's very hard to stop. When he who seeks what is where finds out why. 5 W's. www. When he who seeks what is where finds out why. Who? That is why you must solve the puzzle. Knowing who will help you to find out why. Why? When you discover the why, you will know more about the puzzle around the puzzle. Where? The where is 5 screen links to the west of Shapier. Oh, okay. So it's, 5 west of Shapier specifically. Retracted my pen nib. So 5 west of Shapier. And but 2 screen lengths north of here. 2 north, okay. So we've asked, when is the one word missing? I think we've asked who and where and why, I believe. So when, If not soon, then never. Oh, what? Okay, that's the last one we're missing, I think. What? That is the heart of the puzzle. Harik may help you free the frozen heart from the body of the beast. Ah, Harik? Man who sells pill with and potion created with skill and devotion. Okay, and the puzzle? Okay, that's what we've heard. Okay. Did I take some of the dervishes? Beard must stay or dervish drift away. Okay, so we've already had some of his beard. Okay, fair. So we do have a time limit on this particular puzzle. So yeah, let's attend to that. It'll be easy to get there. Where did I just put that bit of paper? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Okay, so we know it's 2 north of here and to the west of Shapier, so we can just go 1 north and 2 north and head... that doesn't seem right. Wait, which way is which? Hold on. Let's get off the Saurus. I think I have a compass here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we're heading south. Okay, that's why. I thought it seemed odd that we were hitting the desert wall there. So we want to head, excuse me, Dervish. So 1 north, 2 north. Oh, wait, I've gone too far. And then I want to head west. And we should be able to just go west until we hit it, I think. Unless, wait, hold on. I think we want to go east, actually, because... we were already west of Shapier, if I'm not much mistaken. I think. I might be lost. That's an incredibly likely scenario. Okay, hold on. Let's return to the city. Okay, so it is 5 west of Shapier. Okay, so that should be easy enough. So that should be, hold on, does this count as 1 west of Shapier? I suppose this is 1 west of Shapier, 2 west of Shapier, 3 west of Shapier, 4 west of Shapier. Hello, Griffin. Oh, well, no. Oh, you're kidding me. Fine. Don't know how much mana I have left. Not a lot. Right, we can deal with these guys fairly handily now. The only problem, of course, is that I've now lost track of quite where I am. I think I just need to go... well, this way. I should hopefully... Oh, there's my Saurus, excellent. I was wondering whether he would come back in. So, right, if we go back this way, we should hit, yes, the Griffin, and we want to go this way now. And now, theoretically, if we just head this way, we should hit what we're looking for. And I thought it was off in this direction, but, here we are. This is what we're looking for. Interesting fellow, isn't he? A closer look at the monster shows that it is fierce indeed. Although obviously weakened by lack of food and water, it will not survive much longer. Its eyes catch yours and you can't seem to look away. Huge eyes, burning eyes, that see your very soul. You seem to hear in your mind the words, "Come closer, much closer. Come closer and release me. Free me, come closer and trust me. Look into my eyes and trust me." Sounds trustworthy. Let's go open this. I think that seems reasonable. Oh dear. Trusting soul, weren't you? Freeing a creature like this does not seem to have been a wise decision. Perhaps the fact that the beast is obviously starving and dying of thirst had something to do with its ill temper. Anyway, this is why I saved. The cage is made of wrought iron. When the sun is on it, the metal must be scorching. There is no sign of food or water in the cage, and the creature must have been in the cage for at least a couple of days. Oops. Where did I get that? Oh, there we go. You see a strange creature trapped in a cage in the middle of the desert. The head resembles a cobra, the body looks like that of a panther, and its tail is like a scorpion. You find it difficult to believe that such a combination could exist in nature. It looks half-starved, and its eyes have a touch of madness in them. So this is what the dervish wanted us to find. I'm going to start with a peace spell. The beast seems at peace for a moment, but not for long. Now, the first thing it probably wants for is a bit of water. Okay. Let's go close to the front of the cage. The beast greedily laps up the water while watching you with a hungry expression. Imagine how horrible it must be to be stuck in this cage. He's wolfing that down pretty good for a snake. And how about a bit of food? They mention how this is scorchingly hot in the desert. The beast quickly swallows the dried meat and fruit. It's not letting me do it just yet. We can't talk to it. So, we have a bit of a puzzle here. What do we do about this creature? Well, to start with, we go to the city. And we head out to the dervish again, I think. It's probably... Oh, you're kidding me. Look. I'm good at killing you guys by this point. I'm just going to take this moment to have a pill. Okay. There we go. Thankfully, we are quite capable of taking on brigands now. But once again, I'm a little uncertain of quite which way around we are. I want to get to the dervish. I think I want to go this way. No, I've gone too far then. Shouldn't be able to see those mountains if I want to go to the dervish. I'm not much mistaken. I think we should be either there or just a screen away. Okay, I think we might be too far in this direction then. Is it maybe over here? No. Okay, I'm lost. Oh! I'm not interested, brigand. No, no. Go away. Oh, fine. And I'm low on mana. Yeah, I had a feeling he'd do that. And I'm out of mana. So it's all knife work now from now on if we want to beat this guy. Ah, right, that one got us. We got him fairly low. Okay, we have a little bit to redo, but that's okay. Just go through the various things here. Give it some water. Oh, right. And there's some food. And head back. Turn to the city. Just put down a quick save here, I think. There we go, that'll do. Right, and let's try to... Oh, you're kidding me. Wow, these guys are aggressive today. Oh, we're out of mana. Oh, you're kidding me. Well, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna escape. Oh, you know what? Forget it. I have a save. I'm just going to restore. I think it's here now. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. Oops. No. That's what I want. Right. Just do a refill again. And likewise, I'm going to have some of my hot chocolate. Well, he's not having hot chocolate. I'm going to have some of my hot chocolate. Yes, do stay hydrated. Sorry if you heard me drink there, but good thing to stay hydrated, and I did want some of my hot chocolate. Tell me about this beast. It is said that man is like a caged beast, and a beast is like a rumor. It is easy to dispel it early. Harik knows the way, and I know the where. Okay, I've asked that. Way. Okay. So, we want to go back to the city, and we now know that we want to dispel what's been done to this this being. You may recall from Quest for Glory 1, the Dispel Potion. Well, the Dispel Potion is a recurring element in the Quest for Glory series, and this is this game's use of the Dispel Potion. Thank you. So, go and see Harik. Don't worry, I do very much intend to get back to Julinar this session. But first, let's deal with this. This is a time-sensitive one, after all. Okay. Can I ask you about the beast? No. Okay. Dispel. Dispel potion. I do have a recipe for that one, but it takes some rare ingredients to make. Are you sure you really need one? Yes? Sure? Oh, maybe I should tell him about the beast. You give Harik a brief description of the caged beast. That sounds most interesting. It is probably not a natural creature, but around here who can tell? You could try a dispel potion on it though. Okay, now can I ask you about the dispel potion? A potion to break enchantments? I know of one in which the victim drinks the potion and the spell ends. It is a pity that I do not have any of the potion made up. I have most of the ingredients though. If you could find the ingredients I'm missing, then I could make some dispel potions for you. To make a dispel potion, I will need the feather of a griffin and, let me think. That may be a problem. I need the fruit of compassion. For the potion to be effective, a strand of the enchanted victim's own hair must be dropped in at the last minute. However, this is up to you. Okay, can I ask you about this fruit of compassion? The fruit of compassion is extremely rare. It can only be given, never taken or bought. I've heard rumors of but one plant in the entire land where you might find this. Plant? Whoops. There are tales told to me of a woman transformed into a plant through a jinni's spell. She stands like a tree somewhere out in the desert, but it is said she bears no fruit. Sound familiar? You should talk to the enchantress Aziza, for she would know more about this than I. So that's presumably one way that you're supposed to find out about Julinar. We found out simply by going out into the desert and bumping into her, but Harik can tell you about her when you learn about the beast and all of that, because it is her fruit that we need. The griffin is half bird and half beast. It has the head and wings of an eagle and the body of a lion. Since it is neither wholly one nor the other, it can be used as a catalyst for change. Okay. So, I think we have the griffin feather already, do we not? Yes. Yes, the griffin's feather is grey striped with silver at the tip. There is brown fur attached to the quill, being of course both a furred and feathered creature. Ah, there we go. I still need the fruit of compassion. You need to add the victim's hair at the last moment. Okay. So, now it's off to Julinar. Oops, if I can direct myself. Right. It would be nice if I could just instruct the Saurus to go to a specific place that we've already been, but so it goes, so it goes. Ah, but we're going to Julinar now. As I said, one of my favorite bits, and I'll probably go into some of the reasons for that once we're through the sequence. I am having quite thirsty, so I'm going to have another sip of my drink. Excuse me if you heard me drinking, but that was very much called for and quite tasty. One of these days I think I'll probably replay the original version of this game. Definitely has its own charms, I do think. Ah, here we are. I do generally recommend this version of the game, this fan remake, for new players. It definitely has the accessibility features that would help, and of course it's in VGA, so it looks a lot nicer. And plus it has the enhanced combat system and a bunch of other stuff, I think. But I definitely think the original is still worth playing. So here we are. Here's Julinar. The plant looks almost looks like a woman, it says. Let me think. Okay, so we were told that we need to give Julinar 3 gifts. The first is a gift of what you would give to someone who's been stranded out in the desert for far too long, as well as just talking to her about ourselves a bit. The second is the gift of magic, a gift won by us through hardship and in the aid of others, and that will nourish a plant, that will be useful to a plant. And the last is simply a gift of her own name and a bit about ourselves, and a reminder to her of good in the world. So, the first gift is straightforward. What do we give to someone who's been stranded in the desert for so long? We give them a drink of water. The water, as you pour it out onto the ground, quickly sinks into the soil and vanishes. Greet, and the tree does not respond. Now let me see what we were supposed to tell her. Trying to remember which way around this. Oh yes. I think maybe is this when we're. I'm trying to remember the order now. I think maybe this is when we're supposed to. I think just hug her. Hug tree. The act of hugging the tree is fruitless. Okay, not yet. So that's for one of the later stages. You start to tell the plant about yourself and your adventures. You mention how much you wish to be a hero and how hard it has been to become one. You then tell her about your experiences in Spielburg with the Dryad and how you aided her by getting the seed of the spore-spitting spirea from Quest for Glory 1. You tell about how and why you came to Shapier, about all your friends, about all the friends you have made in this land of Shapier, and all the fun you have had here. Finally, you mention that you are giving her water as a simple act of kindness, that it might ease her thirst. And she's turned around. You admire the way she rotates her crops, yes. Okay. Do we hug her now? I'm not sure. No, not yet. That's okay. So now I think we give her the earth. The elemental earth seems to sparkle a bit in the light as it settles down into the soil around the plant. Let me see. Okay, told her about that. Oh yes, I'm supposed to tell her about the earth elemental now, since I've just given her the magical earth from the elemental. I'm now supposed to tell her about how I won that earth, where it came from, and why I faced that elemental. You begin speaking about the problems facing Shapier and about the menace of the earth elemental. You tell how frightened the people of the city were and how scared you were to face it. Even though you were afraid you knew that you had to protect and save your friends. So you overcame your fear and defeated the monster. Now you are giving the magical earth to her to help remind her that there is still magic in the world and that others still care about her. And she has leaves. The plant surely was once a woman, it says. And then now I think we hug her. Yes. And I think we've done that before. Now I think we just give her back her name. Julinar's leaves rustle lightly at the sound of her name. A purple fruit has been created on one branch of the tree. The fruit of compassion drops into your hands, Julinar's gift to you for restoring her spirit. You carefully put the fruit away. You thank Julinar for her gift and promise her it will be put to good use. The plant nods as if in a gentle breeze. Whoops, that's not how you spell goodbye. Normally I would just walk away, but not this time. Okay. Whew, okay, so that is all that we can do for Julinar. That is the end of this side of Julinar's side quest for Quest for Glory 2, at least. Because the fact of the matter is, we are not Julinar's hero. We are not the protagonist of the story here. We're not the one who will rescue her. We are simply the one who will make sure that she's ready for the one who will rescue her, for the hero of her story, at least this part of her story. And I really like that. I really like that in this adventure story of being a hero, there is this side story in which someone else is the hero, in which we simply make ready for another hero, in which we are the supporting character. And on top of that, I just find Julinar's story really, really touching. Julinar's story is not quite over yet, though. Presuming that we get into Quest for Glory 3, as I do want to, pardon me, we should hear a little bit more about it. And then maybe a little more later, in a later game still. But that's for other games. For now, that is our part. That is, for this game, our part in Julinar's story done. It honestly hurts a little to leave her behind like this. But yeah, as I said, we are not the hero of her story. There is another one who we are simply making, well, we'll see, you'll see. Hopefully so, at least, presuming that we do play Quest for Glory 3 after this, which I do intend to. and do want to, and presuming that you stick with me, as I hope you will. So yeah, that for me is the apogee of this particular game. Not that the rest of it is terrible by any means. There's some really good stuff coming up, I think, but that for me is just the best part of it. From the branches of Julinar, you have obtained the fruit of compassion. Here we go, Harik. Have a care with this, please. This will only take me 1 second. There. I do for you what I would not for another. This is a gift for all you have done for the city. I have made up 3 potions from what you gave me. Remember to have the victim drink the potion in order to break the spell. You will need to remember to add a freshly collected sample of the victim's hair before the victim drinks it. You take the 3 potion bottles and put them away. And now, please excuse me, I really must get back to my work. And we have, you can see the icon here, some Dispel potions. This game's version of them. Let me just check my resources. I have, okay, plenty of rations, good. We have 3 mostly full water skins. I'm just going to refill them anyway since I'm right here at the fountain. So, save, and let's head out to the Saurus lot. Alright. And right, go back to the beast. Excuse me if you heard me drinking. I'm quite thirsty this session, it seems. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with being thirsty. Right. Brigand, even you can't dampen my spirits now. Yeah, I am low on mana though. Yeah, I thought he was going to try that. I mean, I say try, he succeeded. Tried to time that. I am messing up my dodge timing. Got him! I knifed him to death. Whew. I'm actually slightly surprised that I beat that I won that encounter. Oh, Surawa. Okay. I'm gonna rest for an hour. Right, well, back we go. Let's get back in so we can collect our Saurus. There we go. And we're off again. So, if I recall correctly, it's one past the Griffin. There we go, and then just head out to the whichever direction down is. North, I think. Yep, here we go. Okay, so let's see to this business. What happens if we open it now? Oh, we just get killed again. Okay. Well, this is what saves are for. I wonder if we... Let me just try something. If we cast Peace and now open the door, what happens? No, we still get slaughtered. Okay. Okay, that's fair. Well, we know what to do now. We have the Dispel Potion, we have some water, and we have some food. I'm going to feed it. Keep it occupied. While I go for a bit of fur. Ouch. You get some hair from the beast and mix it into the Dispel Potion. And now we give it a drink of Dispel Potion. The beast laps greedily at the potion. Aha! Not a beast anymore. I know not who you are or why you saved me, but you are a fool if you expect to be rewarded for it. I am Elskurva, an apprentice sorcerer. My former master, Adavis, transformed me into that monster and left me to die. He will be most displeased that I am still alive. Do not think he will be unaware of your interference. He will be watching you from now on. I will give you this warning. Do not go near Adavis unless you have some spell of protection or are very quick. If he manages to throw a spell at you, you will either be his willing servant or else be transformed into a creature most resembling your soul. There is some major ritual magic he has planned for when the moon rises between the scorpion's claws and the dragon's teeth. If he succeeds in this, it will be best not to be in this land. I certainly will not be. Just remember, Adavis awaits you in Razir. And he's off. Oh, yeah, and thanks for the food and water. Yeah, well, my pleasure. Interesting. So let's return to the city. Then I want to save. I want to head out. I want to see whether the dervish has anything more to say on this matter now. But yes, that is that side quest finished. An apprentice of Adavis who was transformed, judging by what he said, transformed into the beast that most resembled his soul, which is interesting considering what he was turned into. Ah, there we go. Not what I meant to do. Let's get some water quickly. And chat with the dervish. Okay, apprentice? No. Let's ask about Adavis. Oh, oops. I lost focus on the window. No, okay. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can get any more information from him. I'm going to go back to the city. I'm going to talk with Aziza about this quickly. See whether she has anything more to add. Excuse me if you heard me drinking again, but again, I seem to be quite thirsty this session. And it is a good thing to be hydrated, and it is hot chocolate. Well, warmish chocolate now. Okay. There we go. Right. Oh, let me give you a bit of coin while I'm passing. The snake took a wrong turn one day and wound up listening to a Katta who likes to think he's Benny Goodman. For any listening who don't know who that is, I believe that's a singer, or a musician rather. Sorry, I honestly don't know whether whether Benny Goodman sings or sang. What sort of musician Benny Goodman may be or have been, as the case may be. At any rate, kittens. just going to restore from here, I think. I don't want to miss that line from Julinar. Thought it was just going to be the usual stuff, but no, it looks like Julinar has a bit of extra dialogue for having... What's it to help Julinar? Aziza has a bit of extra dialogue for having helped Julinar. Okay, we have 2 potions, so we have done the bit in the desert. I wasn't quite sure where that save was. Okay. Now let's go over to Aziza. Thank you for the kindness you have shown Julinar. You are a true hero for helping her. Come in, sit down, and be welcome. Let's tell her about... well, let's sit. This is a nice room, I will say. Not exactly to my taste, but it is nice. I do like it. Let's tell her about Julinar. You tell about how you restored Julinar's spirit. You did very well. There is nothing more you can do for her, but I foresee that at some point in her future, her soulmate will come and break the spell completely. That is good to hear. And not that I didn't know, but, you know. Can you tell me about soulmates? No. Okay, You tell Aziza about Elskirva. Your words are distressing. Adavis is a most dangerous wizard. Can you tell me anything about Adavis? Adavis cares only for power. It would not surprise me if he were behind the darkness in Razir. Interesting. Thank you and goodbye. So, we've gained a bit of information at least. Completed a few side quests. I'm trying to think about whether there's anything else to be done right about now. I don't think so. I'm just going to do a quick tour of the plazas to see whether there are any events. I don't think so, but you never know. That doesn't look it. In which case, I'm just going to sleep for the night. It is mildly tempting to try again to take on a ghoul, but I'm not feeling that today. I think maybe in another session. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a proper version of that that bit of flower art that we picked up. By the way, what does our character look like? Honor's up to 113, communication 105, weapon use 107, strength 85, which is not bad for a wizard. Not great if we were a warrior though. Intelligence 105, agility 60, vitality 110, luck 55, magic 124. We have 12,398 experience. I'm not quite sure what that does for us, but it exists. We have 327 puzzle points. You basically, our puzzle solving score. I forget what the maximum is, but we'll find out at the end of the game. Health is 71 of 101. That's not terrible, not great. Magic 77 of 117. Again, stamina 85 of 85. Okay, so we're not doing too badly right now. Welcome, hero. Well, let's sit down for breakfast. Excuse me again if you heard me drinking. May you have a good day today. Thank you, Shima. Hello. What is for breakfast? Okay. Breakfast is apparently delicious, which is good. Nice start to the day. I do like a good breakfast, I will say. The thing of earth was most fearsome. The very city trembled from it. We are most fortunate that Shima and Shamin brought you here. Well, thank you. I'm grateful for you to say so. Okay, once again, we're going to check the plazas for events. I don't think we have anything that we want to see any of the shopkeepers for. It is good to know that such heroes as yourself are around when misfortune strikes. The elemental of earth would have crushed the city, but for you... Okay, nothing much going on in the plazas. Hey, Rakesh. Rakesh. It is good to see you, young hero. A nice day to be adventuring. Do we have anything new to tell you? Can we tell you about Julinar? You tell about how you helped out Julinar in the desert. That was an act of great kindness. Perhaps someday, when her spell is completely broken, she will cross paths with you again. Maybe. What about this beast? You tell Rakesh about how you turned the beast back into an ungrateful little... After all the praise you have received in Shapier, you must have been disappointed by the man's reaction. Heroes do not always get the credit they deserve. This is particularly true for paladins. Never let another's ungratefulness discourage you, my friend. Okay, can we ask you about the beast? No. Can we ask you about Julnar? No. Don't know if there's anything else that we really need to talk with anyone about. That earth elemental be plenty tough, but you sure be tougher. What about this beast? Can I tell you about it? You tell Uhura about the caged beast. With impolite attitude like that, I be not surprised he was turned into a beast. And what about Julinar? I like that we can talk to people about all this stuff. You tell about how you helped out Julinar in the desert. That will make great bedtime story for Simba. Hey, it wouldn't be a bad story, actually. Quaheri hero, come back if you need more information or combat practice. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we have much to do right now. Yep. Okay, I think we're pretty much fine. I think there might be an event if we visit Aziza, although that might be a bit early for that. I'm just going to try and see quickly. Knock on the door. If not, we'll just reload and go about our day. Okay, it looks like it's not so. Okay, not yet. Okay, fair. So I think I'm going to, let me look at my resources here. I have, okay, 3 magic pills, good. 3 stamina pills and 3 health pills, so that should be fine. 13 rations and plenty of water. Still have some Fuller's Earth. We have the elementals that we've captured thus far, minus the one that we gave up, of course. Okay, so we're actually doing pretty well for resources. I don't think we need to buy anything right now. Yeah. I think I'm just going to sleep. Again, mildly tempting to go to sleep until evening and then go for a fight against a ghoul, but nah, I am not in the mood today. Maybe next session. You know, maybe one of these sessions we'll make a point of just practicing against a ghoul until we actually beat it. Although if we want to do that, we're going to have to do it soon. Ah. Welcome, hero. Can we tell you about Julinar? Yep. Such actions are very kind of you. I do not know how many people would be willing to help a tree. Can we tell you about the beast? We can. Some are simply without manners. His actions almost tempt me to consider Sorry, his actions almost tempt me to consider your own a waste of a valuable dispel potion. Stumble over the words there, but that's okay. Let's go talk with what's his name here? I've lost his name now. Anyway, alas, again our great city is in peril. The most feared of all elementals has been unleashed upon us, the water elemental. Aha, so the next elementals here. I notice they do pick up in speed, in rate of appearance. The creature of water prevents any from approaching the fountain. I fear we will soon have no water. Hello everyone. Thank you, Shima. So, water elemental? Oh yes, Shima doesn't know much about elementals, so I'll ask you about the water elemental. The water elemental in the fountain of town is the greatest of misfortunes. We shall all die of thirst. I'll tell you guys about the beast. We tell Shima about it, the beast. What a rude man. I am not surprised at how one with such a temperament ended up in his predicament. And what about Julinar? I'm liking hearing what people think about these things. What a touching story, hero friend. I do hope she will regain her human form someday. Such a tale lacks its happily ever after ending. Indeed, I agree. Thank you. Let's have our meal. Oops. Oh, I wanted to say goodbye, but never mind. So it goes. So, we go to Fountain Plaza. There's an elemental here. Right, danger. Now, what time is it? I'm wondering whether I want to... you know what, this is a fairly quick one if I recall correctly. We already have what we require for dealing with the water elemental. But we do want to go around to the various shops and the various magicians and see what they know about water. Harikia just, you know, working as though nothing was awry. There we go. I do not deal much with water, so I have little I can tell you. That's fair. He's the fire elementalist. He's not very good with water and all of that. Oh, one thing I should show you is what happens if we get too close. She sucks out all our water. For your information, go with the flow is just an expression. Wave bye-bye, everyone. Yeah. She literally sucks out all the moisture out of your body, if I'm not much mistaken. Well, what about you, Keep On Laughing? Do you have anything? Can you tell us anything about water elementals? Water it be today, matey. Did you see the swell elemental that's made such a splash in the fountain? She's awfully soppy and tends to gush, but I tell you, Eddie, and I don't mean to delude you, there's an undercurrent of still water running steep. If I were you, I'd rain away. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Actually, wait, no, I want to know what you want to have to say about the beast in Julinar. Nothing about that. We can tell him. A tremendous triumph. Yes. Of course, Keep On Laughing, that is what you would say. Okay, tell me about this water elemental. Ahoy, me boy, and shiver me timbers, you got what it takes to make a lady less limber. Pieces of 8, mate, and blow the maid down, sweep her off her feet, and then clear out of town. He has, believe it or not, given us a hint there. Me bucko, if you be thirsting to sponge off the maritime maiden, you'll need to air out a few things first, or you'll be seeing the waters pout. Again, a bit of a hint there. Thank you, Keep On. So let's go out this way. And let's go talk to Rakesh. Where is Rakesh? Rakesh isn't around today, that's fair. Alright, well, let's go talk with Aziza. It is her province, the element of water, so she's the most logical person to talk to. Yeah, there's no urgency here, so let's have some tea. Excuse me. So let's ask about the water elemental. Perhaps it would be well to show you as well as to tell you about such things. The essence of water is attraction. The elemental will draw all water into itself. It can draw water from the very body of a human that approaches it, as we just saw. In the fountain, the water elemental will draw upon the boundless magical stream which is the lifeblood of the city. People will be dying of thirst as it grows in power, enough to engulf the entire city in a flood. As long as the water elemental is in the fountain, the elemental cannot be harmed or contained. It is only vulnerable to air. Once away from the fountain, it will be drawn to the nearest source of water. You might then contain it. There we go. So we've had a pretty clear, I think, instruction on what to do about this elemental. So now that we have that information, let's head back to the Katta's Tail Inn and sleep for a couple of days. That seems like the reasonable response to me, don't you think? Where's the entrance? Entrance? There we go. Let's have a nice nap. Good kip. I mean, look, this is a Sierra game, or a fan remake of a Sierra game. The deaths are part of the fun. Another nice sleep. Untroubled rest. Oh dear. Water elemental seems to have gotten a little out of control. Yeah, this animation is not my favorite, but, you know, it does the job. It would be nice if we could have actually seen the flood, but anyway. Nevertheless. There it is, the water elemental destroying Shapier. Alright, let's restore, and let's actually do something about the elemental, shall we? Let's go to the south side, I think. So, we need to use air to counter it. We happen to have captured an air elemental in the Spellows. Your efforts managed to blow the water elemental out of the fountain temporarily, but it quickly returned when you stopped. Am I supposed to do something else then, I wonder? Oh, I see, right, yes. First things first, I need to put down something for it to be drawn to. A source of water that it might be trapped in. And then, oh, did I get too... I got too close. Okay. Not the problem. I don't know what that accent was. But anyway, there it is. So we put this down. We give this lady a wide berth. No, not what I wanted to do. Come on, back around here. There we go, good, this thing is still in place. Right, now we bellows it. Bellows her, rather. And she's captured in the water, what's in the water skin. You pick up the water skin that now contains the essence of the water elemental. Nice, and that's the water elemental dealt with. Okay. We are again in your debt. Your name will be told in the tales of the Katta as long as there are Katta to tell them. We Katta try to think of some way to say how much we are grateful. Please accept this gift of a sapphire pin. May it do you good. Thank you. You take the sapphire pin and place it through your lapel. Let's have a look at that. There it is, sapphire pin. The Katta gave you the sapphire pin in thanks for your service to their kind. It's really cool, thank you. Right. Right, I wonder, is the bellows expended? No, or I think we're done with it, but I'm not sure. Just save. So I'm not sure this is a good idea, but I'm going to see if I can return the bellows to him now. Okay, no, okay. We cannot return the bellows, dear sir. Now let me think. Trying to remember whether there's anything else that I wanted to do here before I close up this session. I think we have one more day before we finish up. So I'm going to, before we finish up, before we conclude this part of the game and move on to the next part, there's a point of no return coming up, in short. So I think I'll call the stream there. So thank you very much for joining me. Have a nice nap. Every hero needs a break now and then. Indeed, indeed. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've had fun. I very much have. Stay well and goodbye.